What is up, YouTube? Una here with another OPTC video, and today we are doing Duval 40 stamina, and we're going to use strikers. This guy does have 11 cooldown. You don't need an 11 or max cooldown when it comes to Kid, but you do want at least kind of like an 8, maybe a 7 range should be just fine. Because what's going to happen is we're going to use him to clear stage 4 quite easily, so that we can spare our Usopp, and then we'll use him to do our burst round against Duval. I don't think strikers are the best way to run this. I think slashers, monster chopper. Obviously the best is Blackbeard. Those are all easier ways to do it, but if this is, if you had Kid, this would be the, obviously Kid's going to make this not a free-to-play team, but you guys know how it is when you play OPTC. You get some characters and you're like, okay, who can I use to win? So what I'm showing you here is if you had pulled Kid, and I don't know if this will work with Virgo. I know he does do a self-boost, changes his own orb, and I don't know if it'll work with Ganfall. I would doubt it since he's so weak, but this is how you do a 2.5 lead with Kid. And what I did is I chose free-to-play units to support him, so that if you did pull Kid, at least here you can build a team around it. So basically, the big difference with like a striker approach as opposed to what I found with kind of like a slasher or just the strength-based team is you actually would want to use both Kids to clear stage 4 and save your Usopp, because you don't do very much damage against Duval, even with the 2.5 leads, that you're going to want to Usopp actually against Duval, because what you're going to want to do is within those 5 turns that he stalled, with the 4 plus the 2 that he stalled when you get to stage 5, is you're just going to continue to whittle him down with your units until he's going to be just about 50%, I want to say, once his cooldown ends. And you can either absorb the hit here. I do have Alvita, so you can buy 1 extra turn. And that's about it. You do need anti-lock sockets, just because when he does when he does enrage, he will lock your squad, and obviously you want your units to be not locked for that burst round. That would be very bad for your units to be locked during a burst round. So, other than that, stalling isn't really necessary here. Obviously you could take your full stall turns here on each of these units, but I do have the free-to-play, what's his name here? The Kraken, but you don't need to stall for his special. You of course could if you wanted to try and randomize your orbs and get more strength orbs for that burst round, but if you have like I said, that 7 to 8 range Kid special cooldown, having two Kids should be enough to push Duval out, along with Kaku to boost those orbs. Obviously if you had an attack booster for for your striker team, you could bring them to like Uroji and Aokiji. They work great. But I just figured if you have Aokiji, it just doesn't make sense. And I was like, well, it's kind of a weird, it's a rare recruit team, but I wanted to say, how do you support Kid to do it? So I was like, we'll just go with this option. It's not meant to be a bare minimum, but obviously this is a team that has way better options. So here's where I was talking about. You just rock the 2 Kids, and you'll see it just takes out all the units around him. And that gives us these 2 rounds to basically take out Duval here, which this Duval isn't too hard. It's but obviously since you do have 1 round where you're all weakened, it's going to bring him to just about over 50% with just regular attacks. So just use this next turn to take him out, and then we'll be on to our main man Duval. I do recommend the 1000 Sunny, just because that's what's going to allow you to really take out and really weaken those units in the back. Since I don't have level 1 anti-despair, this is the round that kind of stinks without level 1 anti-despair. I won't be able to take out all of those units in the back, so I don't know, maybe it's better not to 1000 Sunny right away, but I don't know. This is just what I do, because I really hate that yellow guy, and I know if I hit my perfects on the first round here, I at least take out 1 int guy and 1 yellow guy. Okay, so just go ahead and activate your Usopp. Maybe it is better to save your 1000 Sunny, but I don't think it's really going to change your strategy too much, honestly, here. Take out these 2 guys, and then this guy's going to do his heal. He's taking it seriously now, guys. Look out. There you go. And then, just start attacking normally. You're going to want to just cycle through your units, and like I said, by the by the end of these 5 total rounds of stalling, 4 with Usopp, the 1 extra turn from Duval's cooldown, he'll be to like just above 50%, in which case he'll kind of like enrage, and he'll do an attack for a little over 5,000. So you'll have enough health, you know, based on the way that you take poison and such, that you should be able to survive one hit. If not, that's why we have Alvida here. You know, just to take that extra hit and survive one more round. So that's about it. So we're gonna have. This is the round where you'd activate Alvida, right? He's got one more turn, and he's getting to be just above 50%. So we'll just do one more round of regular attacks. I didn't see any strength orbs there. If we had like full matching strength orbs, we might as well as push. But since we didn't, we could take a hit. We'll go ahead and do that. Here we go, guys. And then, hey, look at that. We're rewarded with at least one strength orb. So he enrages and he'd attack, and it'd be very bad at this point. Even with Alvida, I wouldn't survive. But I have this strange thing. I don't know if you guys have this, like, it makes me feel better when Alvida's activated, so I'm totally going to activate her anyways. So here's what enables the strikers to really win is since we have like a 7 to 8 cooldown on Kid, we can activate him here again for a second turn against Duval. And you know, Kaku plus these 3 strength orbs or even just the 2 would definitely take him out. So here we go. I don't know. It's just a thing. I have to activate Alvida there. I can't help it, guys. Sorry. So let's just make sure you hit your perfects because it is cutting it quite close. You do have to have high-level strength units. Boom. And there you go. That's how you beat Duval with strikers. You could definitely farm with this team, but it's definitely a little bit weird since it's not as easy, and usually people have easier access to like slashers or Blackbeard. So, but hey, if you have Kid, this is the team that I would build around it, and it's really consistent. So. Good luck with your farming, guys. Una out.